You can get started, Nana.
Okay. Om. Om. ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः सदाशिवसमारम्भाम् शङ्कराचार्य मध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम् नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं चैव ततो जयमुदीरयेत्।
Savita ji, chant.
Chanting can be started.
Yes, Savita ji, you can go ahead.
Hari Om Nana ji, Hari Om.
Hari Om Talle.
Om Shri Paramatmane Namaha. Shri Bhagavad Gita Atha Chaturtho Dhyayah. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Imam Vishvate Yogam Proktavanaham Avyayam Vivasvan Manave Praha Manurikshva Kabe Bravit Evam Parampara Praptam Imam Rajarshayo Viduhu Sakaline Mahata Yogo Nashta Parantapa Sa evayam maya tekya yoga prokta puratanaha bhaktosi me sakha cheti rahasyam hetaduttamam. Arjuna uvacha aparam bhavato janma parai janma vivasvataha kathame tad dvijaniyan त्वमादौ प्रोक्तवानिति. श्री भगवान उवाच बहूनि मे व्यतीतानि जन्मानि तव चार्जुन तान्यहं वेद सर्वाणि न त्वं वेद परन्तप. अजोऽपि सन्नव्ययात्मा भूतानामीश्वरोऽपि सन् प्रकृतिं स्वामधिष्ठाय सम्भवाम्यात्ममायया. यदा यदा हि धर्मस्य ग्लानिर्भवति भारत अभयुत्थानम धर्मस्य तदात्मानं सृजाम्यहम्. परित्राणाय साधूनां विनाशाय च दुष्कृतां धर्म संस्थापनार्थाय संभवामि युगे युगे. जन्म कर्म च मे दिव्यम् एवं यो वेत्ति तत्त्वतः त्यक्त्वा देहं पुनर्जन्म नैति मामेति सोऽर्जुन वीतरागभयक्रोधा मन्मया मामुपाश्रिताः बहवो ज्ञानतपसा पूता मद्भावमागताः ये यथा मां प्रपद्यन्ते तंस्तथैव भजाम्यहम् मम वर्त्मानुवर्तन्ते मनुष्याः पार्थ सर्वशः काङ्क्षन्तः कर्मणां सिद्धिं यजन्त इह देवताः क्षिप्रं हि मानुषे लोके सिद्धिर्भवति कर्म च चातुर्वर्ण्यं मया सृष्टं गुणकर्म विभागशः तस्य कर्तारमपि मां विद्य कर्तारमव्ययम् न मां कर्माणि लिम्पन्ति न मे कर्मफले स्पृहा इति मां योऽभिजानाति कर्मभिर्न स बध्यते एवं ज्ञात्वा कृतं कर्म पूर्वैरपि मुमुक्षुभिः कुरु कर्मैव तस्मात् त्वं पूर्वैः पूर्वतरं कृतं किं कर्मेति कवयोऽप्यत्र मोहिताः तत्ते कर्म प्रवक्ष्यामि यज्ञात्वा मोक्ष्यसे शुभात् कर्मणो ह्यपि बोद्धव्यं च विकर्मणः अकर्मणश्च बोद्धव्यं गहनो कर्मणो गतिः कर्मण्ये कर्म यः पश्येत् अकर्मणि च कर्म यः स बुद्धिमान् मनुष्येषु स युक्तः कृत्स्नकर्मकृत् यस्य सर्वे समारम्भा कामसङ्कल्पवर्जिताः ज्ञानाग्निदग्धकर्माणां तामुः पंडितं बुधाः त्यक्त्वा कर्मफलासङ्गं नित्यतृप्तो निराश्रयः कर्मण्येभिप्रवृत्तोऽपि नैव किञ्चित् करोति सः निराशीर्यत चित्तात्मा त्यक्त सर्वपरिग्रहः शारीरं केवलं कर्म कुर्वन्नाप्नोति किल्बिषम् यदृच्छालालाभसन्तुष्टो द्वन्द्वातीतो विमत्सरः समसिद्धावसिद्धौ च कृत्वापि न निबध्यते गतसङ्गस्य मुक्तस्य ज्ञानावस्थितचेतसः यज्ञायाचरतः कर्म समग्रं प्रविलीयते ब्रह्मार्पणं ब्रह्महविः ब्रह्माग्नौ ब्रह्मणाहुतं ब्रह्मेव तेन गन्तव्यं ब्रह्म कर्म समाधिना दैवमेवापरे यज्ञं योगिना पर्युपासते ब्रह्माज्ञावपरे यज्ञं यज्ञेनैवोपजुह्वति श्रोत्रादीनीन्द्रियाणि यन्ये संयम्याग्निषु जुह्वति शब्दादीन् विषयान्नन्य इन्द्रियाग्निषु जुह्वति सर्वाणि इन्द्रियकर्माणि प्राणकर्माणि चापरे आत्मसंयम योगाग्नौ जुह्वति ज्ञानदीपिते द्रव्ययज्ञास्तपो यज्ञा योगयज्ञास्तपो यज्ञास्तथा परे स्वाध्याय ज्ञान यज्ञाश्च यत्यः संशितव्रताः अपाने जुह्वति प्राणं प्राणे पान तथा परे प्राणापान गतिरुद्ध्वा प्राणायाम परायणः अपरे नियताहारा प्राणान् प्राणेषु जुह्वति सर्वेऽप्येते यज्ञविदो यज्ञशपितकल्मषाः यज्ञशिष्टामृतभुजो यान्ति ब्रह्म सनातनम् नायं लोकोऽस्त्ययज्ञस्य कुतोऽन्यो कुरु सत्तम एवं बहुविधा यज्ञा वितता ब्रह्मणो मुखे कर्मजान् विद्धितान् सर्वान् एवं ज्ञात्वा विमोक्ष्यसे एवं ज्ञात्वा विमोक्ष्यसे श्रेयान् द्रव्यमयाद्य श्रेयान् द्रव्यमयाद्य श्रेयान् द्रव्यमयाद्यत्याज् ज्ञानयज्ञः परन्तप सर्वं कर्माखिलं पार्थ ज्ञाने परिसमाप्यते तद्विद्धि प्रणिपातेन परिप्रश्नेन सेवया उपदेक्ष्यन्ति ते ज्ञानै ज्ञानिनस्तत्त्वदर्शिनः यज्ञात्वा न पुनर्मोहम् एवं यास्यसि पाण्डव येन भूतान्यशेषेण द्रक्ष्यस्यात्मन्यथो मयि अपि चेदसि पापेभ्यः सर्वेभ्यः पापकृतं सर्वेभ्यः पापकृतमः सर्वं ज्ञानप्लवेनैव व्रजिनं सन्तरिष्यसि यथैधांसि समिद्धोऽग्निर्भस्मसात् कुरुतेऽर्जुन ज्ञानाग्निः सर्वकर्माणि भस्मसात् कुरुते तथा न हि ज्ञानेन सदृशं पवित्रमिह विद्यते तत्स्वयं योगसंसिद्धः कालेनात्मनि विन्दति श्रद्धावान् लभते ज्ञानं तत्परः संयतेन्द्रियः ज्ञानं लब्ध्वा परां शान्तिम् अचिरेणाधिगच्छति अज्ञाश्चाश्रद्धधानाश्च संशयात्मा विनश्यति नायं लोकोऽस्ति न परो न सुखं संशयात्मनः योगसन्न्यस्तकर्माणि ज्ञानसञ्छिन्न संशयम् आत्मवन्तं न कर्माणि निबध्नन्ति धनञ्जय तस्मात् ज्ञानसम्भूतं हृतस्थं ज्ञानसिनात्मनः चित्वैनं संशयं योगम् आतिष्ठोत्तिष्ठ भारत ओम तत्सदिति श्रीमद्भगवद्गीतासु उपनिषत्सु ब्रह्म विद्यायां योगशास्त्रे श्रीकृष्णार्जुन संवादे ज्ञान कर्म संन्यास योगो नाम चतुर्थोऽध्यायः। ओम श्री कृष्णार्पणमस्तु। अथ पंचमोऽध्यायः। अर्जुन उवाच सन्न्यासं कर्मणा कृष्ण पुनर्योगं च शंससि यच्छ्रेय एतयोरेकं तन्मे ब्रूहि सुनिश्चितम्।
Very well chanted. Thank you.
We'll start Atma bodha chanting.
Yeah.
Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Tapo bhikshina papanam shantanam vitaraginam mumukshunam apekshoyam atma bodho vidhiyate bodhonya sadhanebhyo hi sakshan mokshaika sadhanam pakasya vannivajnanam Vina moksho na siddhyate. Vina moksho na siddhyati. Avirodhitaya karma na vidyam vinivartayet. Vidya vidyam nihantyeva tejastimira sanghavat parichinna iva jnanat तन्नाशे सति केवलः स्वयं प्रकाशते ह्यात्मा मेघापायें शुमानिव अज्ञानकलुषं जीवं ज्ञानाभ्यासाद् विनिर्मलं कृत्वा ज्ञानं स्वयं नश्येत् जलं कतकरेणुवत् संसारस्वप्नतुल्यो हि रागद्वेषादिसङ्कुलः स्वकाले सत्यवद्भाति प्रबोधे सत्यसद्भवेत् तावत् सत्यं जगद्भाति शुक्तिकारजतं यथा यावन्न ज्ञायते ब्रह्मा सर्वाधिष्ठानमद्वयम् उपादानेऽखिलाधारे जगन्ति परमेश्वरे सर्गस्थितिलयान् यान्ति बुद्बुदानीव वारिणि सच्चिदात्मन्यनुस्यूते नित्ये विष्णौ प्रकल्पिताः व्यक्तयो विविधाः सर्वाः हाटके कटकादिवत् यथा काशो हृषीकेशो नानोपाधिगतो विभुः तद्भेदाद् भिन्नवद्भाति तन्नाशे केवलो भवेत् नानोपाधिवशादेव जातिवर्णाश्रमादयः आत्मन्यारोपिस्तास्तो ये रसवर्णादिभेदवत् पञ्चीकृतमहाभूतं सम्भवं कर्म सञ्चितं शरीरं सुखदुःखानां भोगायतनमुच्यते पञ्चप्राणमनो बुद्धिः दशेन्द्रियसमन्वितम् अपञ्चीकृतभूतोत्थं सूक्ष्माङ्गं भोगसाधनम् अनाद्यविद्या निर्वाच्य कारणोपाधिरुच्यते उपाधित्रिदयादन्यम् आत्मानमवधारयेत् पञ्चकोशादियोगेन तत्तन्मय इव स्थितः शुद्धात्मा नीलवस्त्रादि योगेन स्फटिको यथा वपुस्तुषादिभिः कोशैः युक्तं युक्त्यावघाततः आत्मानमन्तरं शुद्धं विविच्यात्तण्डुलं यथा सदा सर्वगतो ह्यात्मा सदा सर्वगतोऽप्यात्मा न सर्वत्रावभासते बुद्धा वेवावभासेत स्वच्छेषु प्रतिबिम्बवत् देहेन्द्रियमनोबुद्धिः प्रकृतिभ्यो विलक्षणम् तद्वृत्तिसाक्षिणं विद्यात् आत्मानं राजवत्सदा व्यापृतेष्विन्द्रियेष्वात्मा व्यापारी वा विवेकिनां दृश्यते भ्रेषु धावत्सु धावन्निव यथा शशी आत्मचैतन्यमाश्रित्य देहेन्द्रियमनोधियः स्वक्रियार्थेषु वर्तन्ते सूर्यलोकं यथा जनाः देहेन्द्रियगुणान् कर्मान् अमले सच्चिदात्मनि अध्यस्यत्यविवेकेन गगने नीलतादिवत् अज्ञानान्मानसोपाधेः कर्तृत्वादीनि चात्मनि कल्प्यन्तेऽम्बुगते चन्द्रे चलनादि यथाम्बसः रागच्छासुखदुःखादि बुद्धौ सत्यां प्रवर्तते सुषुप्तौ नास्ति तन्नाशे तस्माद् बुद्धेस्तु नात्मनः प्रकाशोऽर्कस्य यस्य शैत्यमग्नैर्यथोष्णता स्वभावः सच्चिदानन्दः नित्यनिर्मलतात्मनः आत्मनः सच्चिदंशश्च बुद्धेर्वृत्तिरिति द्वयम् संयोज्य च विवेकेन जानामीति प्रवर्तते आत्मनो विक्रिया नास्ति बुद्धेर्बोधो न जात्विति जीवः सर्वमलं ज्ञात्वा ज्ञाता दृष्टेति मुह्यति ज्ञाता द्रष्टेति मुह्यति रज्जु सर्पवदात्मानं जीवं ज्ञात्वा भयं वहेत् नाहं जीवः परात्मेति ज्ञातं चेन्निर्भयो भवेत् आत्मा वभासयत्येको बुद्धादीनीन्द्रियाण्यपि दीपो घटादिवत् स्वात्मा जडैस्तैर्नावभास्यते स्वबोधेनान्यबोधे च बोधरूपतयात्मनः न दीपस्यान्यदीपे च यथा स्वात्मप्रकाशने निषिध्य निखिलोपाधिः नेति नेतीति वाक्यतः विद्यादैक्यं महावाक्यैः जीवात्मपरमात्मनोः
Hari Om.
Om Tat Sat.
Both of you chanted well. Such are those people who are chanting the Gita well. They may not limit it to just chanting of one chapter only. If you are keen, please address yourself to chanting more chapters and intimate Dr. Brahmara accordingly. Thank you. Now, can we go to the 16th verse of the Atma bodha?
Yes, Nanaji, just 2 minutes.
Nana, while Vela is sharing the screen, can you just elaborate a little more on the difference between Swabhava and the Guna? I don't think I've got it right. Yesterday you were explaining the Swabhava, you gave the example of the water gurgling down.
Yeah.
The Swabhava of Atma versus the Guna.
Okay. Yeah, let this come on. Let us go to the 16th verse. Swabhava is a Swarupa. What is your Swarupa? You are Brahmara. What is your Swarupa? What are your gunas? Your gunas are, as a Purusha, you are a female in gender. That is a guna. And education-wise, you graduated in medicine. That is another guna. Now you are working in Bahrain hospital. That is another guna. These are all the gunas. These things you can't share with others. Others will have different gunas of themselves. Whereas between, say, you and I, though the gunas are differing, there is Swarupa Lakshana, which is identical between you and I. What is that Swarupa Lakshana?
Ananda Swarupaha, Sachidananda.
Atma eva, Sachitananda Swarupaha. Natu anyaha. That is your Swarupa Lakshana. And I can also claim, okay, I am a male, that is my guna. Another guna is, I am an engineer, another guna. Another guna is, I am a father. That is the only thing. Another guna is, I am a husband. Another guna is, I am a brother. Another guna is, I am son-in-law. I am father-in-law. All these things are gunas. But I can also claim, like you have done, Aham Sachidananda Swarupaha. Even though I do not know that, I have full Shraddha in the Vedanta Vakyas, which proclaim that, hey, Tvam Tat Asi, Tvam Tat Asi, Tatvam Asi, you are that. And the Tat is Satchit Ananda Swarupaha. And because of that, I claim as though, even though not knowing, my Swarupa is Satchit Anandaha. Satchit Anandaha. Now, come to the sun, for instance. What is the Swarupa Lakshana of the sun? That the sun is
luminous.
Pardon?
Swarupa Lakshana is luminous.
No, gunas.
Guna, it's very high.
The gunas of the sun, that it is so many millions of miles away from the earth. That is one guna. That it has a diameter which is some maybe 1,000 times that of the smallest of planets. That is another guna. And another guna is, it is full of hydrogen and helium gases. Another guna. And a fourth guna is what? It is one of the stars. It is called sun because there are so many other stars in the sky we see, and those are so very distant from Earth that they do not shine like our sun, which is rather near to Earth. But what is the swabhava? All these are gunas of the sun. But what is the swabhava of the sun? Swabhava means it's like you claim that you are Sachidananda Swarupaha. Sun can claim what? I am always effulgent. You may think I am rising and setting. That is as far as earth is concerned. I neither rise nor set. I am always there in the firmament. I am always there in the sky. That is my Swarupa Lakshana. I am that I am effulgent. I am always brilliant. I am one of the luminosities. That is my swarupa, that is my swabhava. It is other than the gunas. My gunas can be at variance, but these swarupa lakshanas, they are permanent. They are not at variance. Now, is that kind of clear? Swabhava and swarupa are the same.
Yes, Nana.
Swabhava Sachitananda Nitya Nirmalatatmanaha. That is one of the verses we are going to cover in the Atma bodha. Swabhava Sachidananda Nitya Nirmalata Atmana. Okay, now can we go to the
So,
60th verse?
conclusion,
Balaji?
in conclusion, the
Hmm.
swabhava of everything in creation is the same, because the Atman, the Atma Tattva runs in and through the whole of creation.
Hmm.
Correct?
Correct.
Okay.
But look at it this way. The whole of creation is what? Is Satyam or Mithya?
Mithya.
Mithya. Then we must forget about that Mithya creation.
Mm.
Forget about Mithya creation of which sun is a part,
Mm.
of which moon is a part. The Milky Way, the galaxies, the distant and nearby galaxies, they're all a part. They're all part of the Jagat. And what is Satyam? Tvameva Satyam. Tvameva Satyam.
Like, correct. It is said there are 5 attributes, kada? Satyam, Priyam, Asti, Bhati, Preeti, Nama, and Rupa. So the first 3 are the swabhava of everything. Whereas
Asti Bhati Priyam Rupam Nama Chedansha Panchakam.
right.
Ajyatrayam Brahma Rupam. Ajyatrayam, the first 3 are
First 3 is the
Brahma
Brahma
Rupam.
Rupa. Mm-hmm.
Jagadrupam Tato Advayam, the last 2 are Jagadrupam. Last 2 are what? Namam and
Nam, Rupa.
Rupam, the form. Yesterday also we have seen one word, Vapu. Vapustusha Epikoshaihi. That Vapu is the form. Vapuhu. Vishnu Sahasranamam says, Anirdeshya Vapuhu. Anirdeshya Vapuhu means you can't with definitude say that Vishnu is of this form. He may take a fish form. He may take the form of a boar. He may take the form of a man and an animal like in the Nrsimhavatara. Anirdeshya Vishnu. Okay? Vapuhu means form. So, Nama Rupaha. Rupa and Vapu, they are the same.
Yeah.
Nama and Rupa are the Jagat Rupam. Okay? That those 2 words are indicative of Jagat, which is Mithya. And what is Brahma Rupam? Asti
Asti,
Bhati
Bhati.
Priyam. Asti Sat Bhati Chit. Asti Bhati Priyam Anandam. Asti Bhati Priyam Rupam. Satchitananda Swarupam Brahma Eva. Right?
Okay.
Right.
Thank you.
Yeah, can we continue?
Yes, Nana.
Yeah. You, Brahmara, my request is, when you are chanting the Atma bodha, you are starting with Tapo Bhikshena Papanam. There is an invocation verse also earlier to this.
Pratasmarami.
Pratasmarami. Okay. That I would suggest you start with that.
Okay.
Number 1. Number 2, you prevail on your co-bhaktas to volunteer to chant some more chapters of the Gita. We have done only 4 now. 14 more remain.
Correct.
And those chapters are as though begging for volunteers to chant them.
Yeah.
And you have a good group of people who can chant nicely. So who can chant nicely, they need not limit their talent to just one chapter.
Okay.
That's what I am saying. Okay.
Okay.
Good. Thank you. Vapustushadebhi koshaihi yuktam yuktya atmanamantaram shuddham vivitya tandulam yadha. We have covered this very elaborately. Vaputushabhi koshaihi yuktam yuktya. This is in respect of the paddy seed. All these things, these koshas are there as though, like we have the pancha koshas. Yuktam yuktya avaghatataha. If you keep on very intelligently pound it in the mortar, you will get rid of the koshas of the paddy seed, and you will discover the white shining tandulam. Tandulam is the rice which you cook and eat. That you will discover when you intelligently pound. Atmanamantaram shuddham vivitya tandulam yatha. Vivitya tandulam yatha. That after that tandulam is the rice seed. Vivityat means applies to the paddy seed. When you have separated by pounding very nicely, very intelligently, this is what you will discover. And how do you discover Atma? Like that, you have to always entertain the thought of Atma all the time. The mind is sankalpa vikalpatmakam manaha. Buddhi is what? Nishchayatmika buddhi. You as though hand over the sankalpa vikalpatmakam manaha to buddhi and make the buddhi dwell on only Atma Vishaya. Atma Vishaye Chintanam. Tad Buddhayaha. Tadatmanaha. Tannishtaha. Tatparayanaha. Gachanti. Apunaravrittim. Jnana Nirdhuta Kalmashaha. Jnanena Kalmashaha Nirdhutaha. Jnanena means with knowledge. Knowledge of Atma. Kalmashaha Nirdhutaha. Kalmashas of the mind are as though thrown away. Jnanena nirdhuta kalmashaha. And you must have tad buddhayaha. You must have that buddhi always. Tadatmanaha. That is the chintana for your intellect. Tannishtaha. You must have a tremendous commitment. Yes, I will do this. It's not a question of time. As long as you can hold the mind, that is the intellect, together without wavering, without going hither and thither. As long as you can do that, you must have one chintana only, tad buddhayaha. Tat is what? That tat padartha buddhayaha, tat buddhayaha. That tat padartha kim?
Atma.
Satyam jnanam anantam brahma. Atma. Aham Atma. Bhagavan said, Aham Atma Gudakesha Sarvabhutashaya Stitaha Kshetrajñam chapi mam vidhi Sarva Kshetreshu Bharata Matta Parataram Nanyate Kinchidaste Dhananya. My God, how many ways Bhagavan Krishna has indicated that he is everything and he is no different from you and I. How many times he has hammered the same point differently. Okay, sometimes very directly. Yo mad bhakta same priyaha. Whoever is that kind of a bhakta, he is very dear to me. And what is dear to you generally? What is dear to you is yourself. Atmanastu kamaya sarvam priyam bhavati. If you are loving somebody, if you indeed love your husband, why you do that? Because if you do not love, you are unhappy. So to render yourself happy, you love your husband, you love your wife. You do not want to render yourself unhappy. You will not undertake any activity to become unhappy. While during the process of the execution of that activity, you may once in a while become unhappy. That is different. But if your intention is very, very clear, Atmanastu kamaya. What is the kama for the Atma? Atma would like to be happy always. Atmanastu kamaya sarvam priyam bhavati. You would like to love the child and take care of the child, rear the child, and educate the child properly. If you don't do any of these things, you will be unhappy and you will not do anything, you will not undertake anything to make you unhappy. Atmanastu kamaya sarvam priyam bhavati. Because of that, okay? That is your svarbhava, that is your swabhava. And that is not only your swabhava. If it is only your swabhava, it stops being a swabhava, it becomes swaguna, your guna. Your guna, like you are that tall, this fat, okay, this much weight, and that fair skin, this dark skin, that kind of a guna. This swabhava of yours is universal for everybody. Atmanastu kamaya sarvam priyam bhavati. It is true in respect of you, in respect of your husband, in respect of your child. If the child is loving and respecting you, that gives him a lot of comfort. If he abuses you, he is in conflict. That is why he does not abuse. That is why he will always hold you in high esteem. Mother, please give me this, please give me that, etc. Atmanastu kamaya sarvam priyam bhavati. That is one of your swarupa lakshanas. Satyam jnanam anantam brahma. This is the swabhava swarupa lakshana also. Vapustushade bhikkosaihi yuktam yuktya avagatataha. Atmanam antaram shuddham. That antaram shuddham. Atma, how do you catch? By proper employment of your vritti pravaha. Your thought processes must be under your control, under your mastery. And mind is capable of thinking different things now. Every second it can have a different thought altogether. You do not know. Even the mind does not know, but it is propelled by the Purva Janma Samskara. Purva Janma Samskara, that is a prarabdham with which you are born, I am born. Even the mind doesn't know next thought is going to be what, but it thinks, and the thought is going to be different. You must arrest the mind from thinking diverse thoughts like this, different thoughts like this, and put it to good use. Vijatiya vritti pravaha rahita. Vijatiya means different jatis. The different jatis is what? Mind is thinking of soccer now. Then next moment it thinks of cricket. This T20 World Cup in Australia. Then immediately, which are the places in Australia which hold these as venues? Another thought. Now, what is our team? Who is our captain? Who are all the teams? And how many teams will be competing? All these. These are Sajatiya Vritti Pravaha. Understand, after I starting with soccer, started thinking with soccer, I have ended up in cricket. And in cricket, all these are related vritti pravahas. Like that, you must get rid of the vijatiya vritti pravaha. How they will be? Soccer now, cricket later. Hey, why not I go to a movie? No, I will read a good book. Atma bodha is a very good text. I have some doubts. I will go through the commentary of Swamiji. And if I am not convinced, I will read again. This kind of a thing. This is the vijatiya vritti pravaha. And it doesn't stop there. Why Atma bodha? How many times I will go to Tattva bodha? No, I will not. Tattva bodha so many times I have done. I'm getting bored. I will open the Gita. Gita, my God. Kitaya is talking of the same thing again. He is not leaving Karma Yoga Anushtanam. In every chapter, he is talking of that. oh, this is very overbearing. How to keep on listening to Karma Yoga Anushtana time and again from Kitaya. I will open some novel. These are all the Vijatiya Vritti Pravaha. Sajatiya Vritti Pravaha. It is thinking of the same thing always. You think of Kitaya. Kitaya Devaki Nandanaha. Vasudeva Tanaya. Yashoda Tanaya. Nandanandana. Gopika Nandana. Gopala Nandana. These are all the Sajatiya Vritti Pravahas. Navanita Chora. All these, the moment you think of all these things, you will have the Vapu, the form of Krishna in your mind. And the Vamshi playing Krishna. Okay? That Krishna who is an expert on the Murali. And Murali Gana Priya Lola. And he is the one who has taken care of all the cattle in the Gokulam. Gopala. All these are Sajatiya Vritti Pravaha. And who is Krishna? Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma. Kshetrajnam Krishna. Ahameva Krishna. These are all the Sajatiya Vritti Pravahas. You must entertain the Sajatiya Vritti Pravaha for a length of time. And just leave it to the mind. You are trying to master the mind. Mind is a very violent instrument of yours. It is generally a very violent thing. If it is abiding with you, if it is with you all the time, and if you think you have mastered that, it is only for a little while. Afterwards, it will explode into its activity of Vijatiya Vritti Pravaha. Let it. Okay. Like a mother allows the child to go play. Why do you have to always study? Go play. Like that, you allow the mind to be explosive once in a while and bringing it back afterwards. Yato manas charati. Manas chanchalamaschiram tataha niyamyetat atmaniyeva vasham nayet. Let it go here and there, but let it go for a while and bring it back. Hey, come on, enough of your play. Now, come on, let us do contemplation of who is Kitaya. Kitaya says you and him are same. You try to find out how it is so. Go to Atma bodha, go to Gita, go to Mahavakyas. Try to be the essence of the Mahavakyas. This is how Atmanam Antaram Shuddham Vibhitya Tandulam Yatha. Yeah. Next verse, please. Yeah. Sada sarvagatopiatma na sarvatra vabhasate buddhyaveva vabhaseta swacheshu pratibimbavat. See, in every text, there will be some verses which require a little time-wise dwelling, little more time we need to spend on them. That does not mean every verse will be like that. Some verses are kind of self-revealing and quickly you can run through them. And some of these verses now, from 17 onwards, will be perhaps like that. Sada sarvagataha api atma. Sarvagataha means what? It is everywhere. Gataha means gati is what? It's a kind of movement. Sarvagataha. It has gone everywhere. Sarvagato Atma, Sarvagato pi Atma. Even though it is Anantam, Sarvagatam means it has gone everywhere. There is no place where it is not. Purnamada, Purnamidam, Purnat, Purnamudachyate, Purnasya Purnamadaya, Purnameva Avasishyate. The simple way to understand is Purnamada. That Atma is Purnam Sarvagataha. Purnam Idam. This Idam Jagat also is Purnam. This is also Purnam. Purnam is what? Whole. Whole. Purnasya Purnamadaya. From the Atma Purnam, if the Jagat Purnam is subtracted, Adaya means remove. Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Avasishyate. If you knock out the Midya Jagat, which is a projection of Atma, then what remains? Atma eva remains. Purnameva Avasishyate. That Sarvagatopyatma, that is Purna Atma, Sada Purnaha, Sada Sampurnaha Atma, Satchitananda Swarupaha Sarva. At all times it is that Satchidananda Swarupaha, Sada Sarvagatopyatma, na Sarvatra Abhabhasate. It does not shine itself everywhere. Why doesn't it shine everywhere? Like what Bhagavan said. Bhagavan said in the 7th chapter, I think. I'm not getting the verse. What it means is, I am not manifest in everything because of Maya. I am not manifest in everything. Though I am the innate indweller of everything, I will not be discovered by Modhajanaha. Those people, they cannot. As long as your mind is very kalushitam, you cannot see me. Though I am in and through everything. Sarva antaryami aham. Kshetrajnam chapi mam vidhi sarva kshetreshu bharata. Sarva kshetreshu. The entire Jagat is a big kshetram. Sarva kshetreshu means in every iota of the Jagat, of which you can perceive, I am the kshetrajnam. When such is the case, Sada Sarvagatopyatma, this Atma is nothing but Kitaya. Na Sarvatra Avabhasate, it does not shine in every place. Why? Because of Maya. Buddha vaveva bhaseta. Only in Buddhi. Buddhi is, it is to be assumed this Buddhi is the clean Antakarana. Buddha veva bhaseta. Swacheshu pratibimbavat. Swacheshu pratibimbavat. You understand now why Kittaya is hammering the Karma Yoga Anushtana in every chapter of the Gita? Swacheshu pratibimbavat. Swacheshu manaseshu. Swacheshu buddheshu. In the clean buddhi and mind, it will reflect itself. It will reflect itself. And that swacheshu manaha, swacheshu buddhi is obtainable by proper adherence to Karma Yoga Anushtana. That is why it becomes so very important. It is not possible to gain this through any kind of activity, because all activities are ajnana janitam. And mind is what? Ajnana kalusham jivam jnanabhyasat vinirmalam. That ajnana kalusham jivam, that is the problem. And how do you get rid of the ajnana kalusham jivam? That is the mind, by Karma Yoga Anushtana. That has the tremendous effect of cleansing the mind. It will give you the necessary discipline which induces the Brahmanishta in you at the time of contemplation. Okay, like we have covered a couple of minutes back. Vapustushadibikoshaihi atmanam antaram shuddham. That shuddham atma, how to catch? By proper contemplation, employing sajati vritti pravaha in respect of Atma Tattvam. That kind of a thing is possible, and that will be possible if the mind is clean. Swacheshu pratibhimbam bhavati. Atma Tattvam pratibhimbam bhavati. Atma buddha veva vabhaseta. In that swacham buddham, it will shine. Swacheshu pratibimbavat. See the pratipadarthas. Sada, always. Sarvagataha, all-pervading api, even though it is all-pervading, there is no place where it is not. Atma, the self, na sarvatra avabhasate. It does not shine everywhere. It appears as though it is lost. Buddha, in the intellect, that is in the pure intelligence. Eva, in that swacheshu, buddheshu eva, atma avabhasate. It will appear, it will manifest. Swacheshu pratibimbavat. Like even in very clean things, the pratibimba, the image of yourself or image of any other object that is brought in front of the swacheshu, like even the adarsha. Adarsha is what? Adarsha is
Mirror.
mirror. Where did you get that word, adarsha?
Adarsho, in the second chapter, I think.
In the third chapter.
Yeah.
No, in the third chapter.
Garbha tatha tene damavritam.
Correct. Adarsha. Swacheshu adarshe pratibimbam swacham bhavati. The pratibimbam, that your image will be very, very clean. Only in a clean mirror. And you can't look for your image on a stone, on a wall, and things like that. Only things where they are very highly polished, like on a steel plate which is without any scratches and which is highly polished, you can look yourself in that. In the olden days, those are the implements for people to look at themselves. Before the advent of glass, this is how people used to see that. Swacheshu pratibimbavat sada sarvagataha api atma na sarvatra avabhasate. That verse which I was fighting to remember was Naham prakasha sarvatra yogamaya samavritaha mudhoyam nabhijanati Mudhoyam nabhijanati mama vyayamanutamam naham prakasha sarvatra. This occurs in the 7th chapter. I am not available for you to capture me. Naham prakasha sarvasya yogamaya samavritaha, because of the veil of ignorance, the maya ignorance. Okay, this is what Buddha veva babhaseta swacheshu pratibimbavat. Atma does not shine in everything, although he is all pervading. He is manifest only in the inner equipment, the intellect, just as the reflection in a clean mirror. Here I must tell you, Acharya has used here what in the translation? He. In the Sanskrit, that he and she were absent. Atma is beyond any nama rupa. That nama rupa, beyond any nama rupa, includes even the gender. That he is used for convenience of conveying the essence of the sloka. This he can be substituted with she, and both can be substituted with that Purusha is all pervading. Purusha is manifest only in the inner equipment, the inner like this Vacheshu Pratibimbavat, etc. Okay? That is how Vapustushadibhikkoshaihi yuktam yuktyavaghatataha atmanamantaram shuddham vivichya tandulam yatha sada sarvagataha api atma na sarvatra avabhasate buddha veva avabhaseta swacheshu pratibimbavat. See how important is our endeavor to have a clean mind which develops the tendency to love everything, develops a tendency of loving everything. How? Because of the development of the tendency to look yourself in everything that you come across. Anything that you see, you are seeing yourself. Then you love everything. You love everything. Because Atmanastu kamaya sarvam priyam bhavati. You love yourself the most. And because of that, you do any activity to please yourself. You will not do anything to displease yourself. And you were not looking at the other person as though you other person is yourself. It must drive unhappiness in you. To that stage you must transcend. To that stage you must quickly make very, very elegant steps. Karma yoga anushtanam is so very, very important. It is not for nothing. Kittaya went on emphasizing the same thing again and again. Even in the 18th chapter, he talks of that. Because that is actually Gita is meant for whom? Gita is meant for all the ajnanis, isn't it? The
Yes.
jnani has no business with that. Not that he will disregard that. The jnani has no purpose from the Gita because he is Jivan Mukta already. The Jivan Mukta does not have any reason to take recourse to the study of the Gita and develop himself. He has developed himself beyond any description. He is Jivan Mukta. Naham Deha, na Purushaha, Kimtu Asangaha, Satchitananda Swarupaha, Sarvantaryami, Sarvabhutasya Sthitaha Aham iti Kopi Manyeta. He is a Jivan Mukta. So that Gita is not for him. Gita is for you and I, for all the Jnanis. And all the Jnanis, Bhagavan Krishna has been addressing through the Gita. You must lift yourself up by yourself. There is no other way. Uddhared atmanatmanam, na atmanam avasadayet. Hey, lift yourself up by yourself, by karma yoga anusthana. Don't you ever condemn yourself. There are a lot of people who condemn you all the time. Don't you also join that bandwagon. You lift yourself up by yourself because you are not an ordinary person. You are Ahameva. You are Atma, which is Kshetrajna, which is Ahameva. Iti Kitaya's Prabodha. You must try to grasp that. That grasping is possible. Swacheshu Pratibimbavat. The mind must be rendered absolutely clean. Okay, I've taken a lot of time. We'll continue tomorrow. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah Sarve Santu Niramayah Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kaschid Dukkha Bhag Bhavet Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om everybody.
Hari Om, Dhanyavad Nanaji.
Dhanyavad everybody.
Hari Om. Thank you. Thank you, Nanaji. Thank you.